What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Man, listen, it is time. It is time. It is time. We're about to get ready to go in on this subject matter today. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and coming once again to check out the channel. He is able. We're gonna go into something deep today. Why do men cheat? Why do men cheat? Listen, I know according to the last show that we had, a lot of ladies called in. A lot of ladies was tripping, man. We had a war started online. Well, hopefully tonight we won't get too heated tonight. I hope. Although I do expect there to be some real interaction happening here. So, guys, I'm hoping that you guys get ready to jump in with us tonight. I got my guys on the line once again. Let me switch over and just introduce everybody with me today. I got my man Cameron Caines with me tonight. Cameron Caines, give him a big shout out. What's up?
Yeah, how's everybody? Cameron, aka You Figure Canes. Yep, but you know what? Let's get it heated, man. Come on, let's get it heated. Come on, call in, call in. The number's gonna be right on the top. Scroll in, let's get it heated, cause we gotta tell the truth. If you want to know how men think, you gotta get heated. Let's get heated.
It's about
Rashad.
All right, I got my man Rashard Brown in the house tonight. Rashard Brown, what's happening, my man?
Man, it's all good, man, and I'm really pumped up for this topic because one of my mentors always tells me the thing that you can't talk about is the thing that controls you. So if you can't talk about it, you can't deal with it. Let's go.
Woo! If you can't talk about it, you can't deal with it. How many of y'all could deal with it tonight? This topic is about to get heated. I hope we don't have any strange people that call in tonight. Things going on. But I know somebody's gonna say something tonight. So, guys, I hope y'all ready. I think the ladies are already chiming in, and I know that they are already jumping on the comment page here already. What's good, Doc Prince? What's happening, man? I hope everything is good with you, Marilyn. How you doing? I see.
Marilyn.
I'm expecting these ladies to start some trouble. They probably already started telling some people to jump in, and just they're coming for trouble tonight. I know. So I'm hoping that everything is cool. But before we get started, let's just jump to this quick commercial, right? Quick, before we go.
Hey guys, this is something that you don't want to miss. Our first Faith and Mental Health Tour is stopping in Orlando, Florida on May 22nd at 5 p.m. A Chili's Art Cafe located at 2295 South Hiawassee Road, Unit 100. I'd look to see you there. Now let's get back to our show.
As you guys know, one of the biggest issues in relationships has always been that someone has been caught going outside of the relationship. Unfortunately, it has been a big time stigma, a big time attachment to men that men are the ones who cheat the most and that men cheat for no good reason. Well, tonight, we're going to look at the truth of this. Is that really true? Is it really true? I want to know what the feelings are from people, and I want to see what's really good. So let's go. I'm going to jump right in right quick. I'm going to talk to actually Cameron Caines. I'm going to go to our to the curb right quick with Cameron Caines. He talked to a couple of guys and asked the question, why do men cheat? Let's see what their response was.
Men cheat because of whatever they allow to come into their life or whatever thoughts that they haven't got control of. Then if you left your mind just wandering, your mind just wander all over the place, then your mind gonna control you. So I think that's why some men cheat. It's just what they have allowed to dominate them. They let their flesh dominate their lives. So we can't allow our flesh to dominate us. We got to be dominated by the Spirit of God. That's my take on it.
Hold up. Something to say. Wait.
My thoughts would be selfish desires. They kind of put me in a mindset of I think it was in James when they was talking about when we were enticed by our own desires. We're drawn away by our own desires and enticed. So it might be desires that might be outside of a relationship or a marriage that they don't keep within a relationship, or we don't keep within a relationship or a marriage, and we allow it to get outside of that and end up flowing over into other women. So that's my take with it. It's ultimately the selfish desires, though, at the end of the day.
Okay, guys. So what's up? Let's hear about it. Let's start with Rashad. Rashad, why do you think? Why do men cheat? If we could give a straightforward answer, what would be one of the things you would say? Why do men cheat?
I think that one of the biggest reasons that men cheat and women cheat because for familiarity, you get used to being with a person, and you stop doing the things that you did when you first were romantic and involved with the person. So once you start having kids and having a mundane life, the excitement and the thrill is there anymore. You get used to each other and you stop dating and going out and looking for that fun in the person that you're with. And I think that's one of the main reasons why, people cheat. And I don't even want to say that men just cheat, because I know for a fact I was single for like 3 years, and I know it's a lot of women that step out too. So
wait a minute.
Oh boy.
About it.
I can already see the lady say, "Wait a minute, stick to the script.
Wait a minute.
Tonight, we're talking about men tonight.
I'm gonna keep it 100, man, because it ain't just the men. It's a lot of. We already know. Everybody knows a lot of women that slide around too. So
okay, Cameron.
Okay.
Cameron, what you got?
Oh man, yeah, Rashad. Immaturity. And lack of knowledge, from upbringing. I saw some things when I was young, and I get into that later. But I was talking to this guy a couple of days ago, and he said lack of, and I thought about that because that came across my head several times, even back then. Like I felt like I was lacking with that person in certain areas. Matter of fact, the first time I only cheated one time, and it was with someone that I was well, I don't want to go that route, but anyway, they cheated on me, right? So I got mad, right? And like I said, immaturity. So my old ways when I was in the street, like, hey, if she did this to me or does this to me, hey, I don't care. I'll jump to the next person. So I came into the relationship with that mentality because I was immature,
Okay, well, look,
I got more to say, but I'll say later.
I'm glad you said that, because to tell you the truth, that kind of takes me to some of the points that I have tonight. So what I really want to do is, like, let's look at the points. One of the points is the types of cheaters. Truthfully, there's no real one size fits all when it comes to cheaters and cheating. So when it comes to men, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, he's just a dog. He's just, can't control himself. He's just a dog." But the truth is, after really studying, I'm looking at even my past moves that I used to make before marriage. What makes you cheat? And there was never really a point in time where the cheating was always surrounded around the fact of just having a lustful desire. There's so many different things that contribute that's added to the picture of cheating. So one of the things I want to point out, and I want us to talk on this, let's hit this subject right here, the emotional cheater. The emotional cheater. And Cameron, you just kind of said something there that really did point at it. And if people are truthful, there are emotional cheaters. People who really don't go out to cheat because they're just hot and bothered or they're lust filled, but really they're going to fulfill something emotionally. You know what I mean? Like there's some emotional balance. Okay, you mentioned women. For instance, it was always one of those things that the guys that were the players from the street in the game, those guys knew that the perfect time to find a woman to get her to cheat or to step out of their relationship was once that man made her mad. Now, here we go. Same thing with men. Let's talk about that, fellas. Is that the same? Does that really happen with fellas? Do guys really get emotional and go out and cheat to fulfill an emotional void? Come on, talk to me.
That's lack of. You know, a lot of times you feel like you're lacking in certain areas. Like, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. Now, you know, I was used to freaks, so when I got with this person, you know what I'm saying, and I was lacking. They were acting up, and I was lacking certain things.
Wait. Hold that thought because I don't want you to go too fast. All right, so hold that thought. I believe that the lack of, I believe that sets aside from emotions. So when I say emotional, Peter, I'm saying emotional from a standpoint of, okay, I'm hurt. I feel some type of way. This person made me angry, so I'm leaving out to go and do X, Y. It makes me feel better to go out and do this or that because I'm angry or I'm hurt in some type of way. Come on, talk to me.
All right, let me tell you this.
Yeah, I wasn't hurt.
Now, this how it starts, man. People be in relationships and they can't communicate, right? So their partner, how they feel, they go tell their coworker, they go tell some dude or some chick they think that's their friend, right? What's going on in their house, and they take advantage of it. They gonna play you all the way to the bus stop. They gonna feed they really want from you, and then the crazy part about it, like some of them, they're not so much really interested in you. It's the fact that they could take something from somebody else, right? So they're gonna play all the way into that. You know what I'm saying? And the object is to ruin your house, you know. And you think this person, they hot for you, they like you, that's my friend, he listens to me, she talks to me, she understands.
Right.
No, they want to tell apart what you got. So a lot of times you have to look, you have to, you know, realize what you got and what you're working with, and the grass ain't nothing on the other side.
So are you saying that men? Are you saying I'm talking about us guys now? Are you saying that yes, men fall victim to that as well in that emotional moment? Yeah. They go out and someone else makes them feel a certain way, and they look for that void to be filled.
You got certain women that know how to manipulate that position they in. You know, he the one, they work together. You know, man, what's wrong with you, man? My wife doing this, doing that. And pros. There's some pros that know how to work that position.
Yeah, you're right, though, Rashad, because that's what happened to me, and I paid for it for 18 years. I told this person what was going on the other side, and she was attractive. Next thing I know, I started wanting, you know, and my emotions went that way. You're right. And now, you know, I just got through paying for it for 18 years, but it took a lot. It took a lot, man. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I went through a lot.
Wait, I got the ladies jumping in here. Someone said they can't take advantage of someone that doesn't allow it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
you're right. I agree. Yeah.
That's what the part of emotions is.
Hey,
right?
Yeah.
You got to be in the game to recognize the game and see. Everybody can get on here and say
game, no game,
and say, look, hey, everybody done been cheated on. Everybody,
right?
Everybody got their heart broke. Everybody.
I want to say something, but I might get in trouble.
Because the person that ever had their heart broke. Please, I want to hear from them right now. I want them to call in right now.
I'm not to call in. I know they're gonna call in tonight. I know they will call in tonight.
Listen, we talking about men, and I'm not bashing women, nor would I bash women. But women are the greatest cheaters. Call in.
Wait.
I mean, it's the truth, and I could break that down. But we're not talking about women right now.
Hey, I think you guys. I think
Why
we
we
got some
can't-
guys. I see
Why
the
we-
ladies are really starting to get heated.
I'm just being real.
Larry, what's up, man?
That's what I
Hey,
want.
listen. Okay,
Oh, you wanna
okay,
hear
hold
from
on.
Oh, that's Larry? Go ahead, Larry.
The guys are jumping in here. All of a sudden, I see the women are hot. They're hot. They said, "Cam, you are lying." I'm saying, "Oh wow,
Oh,
it's
wow.
going down. It's going
But
down."
that's okay. I'll break it down when I say women are greatest cheaters.
When they heard that women were the greatest, hold on a minute. Okay.
Oh,
well,
yeah. I'll break it down.
Before we go there, let's hold on a second before we go there. The ego stroker need. Okay. That's the second personality of the cheater. Okay. So men, another reason why men, another one of the reason points is the ego stroker. Not necessarily that you're angry or upset or something emotional happening at home. I got Larry saying, "Bring me on live." Oh my God. Or that. Okay, Larry, hold on a moment. So we got the ego stroker. Some guys, and tell me if I'm wrong, but here we go. Some guys cheat because they're not having their ego stroked enough at home. Come on.
It's that chick that you come around on your job that make you feel like you Superman. They talk about you and lift you and puff you up bigger than life.
So you're saying that if a female continue, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You just said something though. When I was young, I was in a barbershop. I never forget this. And the OGs was talking inside of the barbershop. And I had one of the older men say to the other fella, he said, "Listen," he said, "it can be a woman that's unattractive. That man has no kind of attraction to that woman at all. But if that woman is nice to that man every day, he sees her.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, he's gonna see something attractive about her, and that woman can eventually find her place in that man's life based on her making him feel a certain way every day. So, men, is there a need for men to have their ego stroked?
Hey, let me go back.
But that vice versa though. Go both ways.
Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. It's gonna cause some controversy, but I'm gonna say right here.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
I've told this story to you, Thomas, before.
Uh-huh.
I met this older Jewish lady, and she told me, she said, the problem with most Black women and Hispanic women is that they were not taught how to treat a man right. She said, a Jewish woman could take the worst, sorriest Jewish man and make him feel like a superstar and make him go out there and accomplish all their dreams. She told me that.
So there's Asian women too.
Okay, hold on, bro. Let me finish. Both Black women and Hispanic women are taught to degrade and down their man to make him feel significant and inferior. Now, I don't know. Like I said, this is what she told me. And like I said, cause some controversy. And I want to get some feedback.
I'm just gonna let you know what I'm seeing in the chat room right now. These women are heated up in here because
let the truth be told. Let the truth be told. Now,
I dare everybody in that chat room share this so y'all can pull some more women on inside as well. Let's get some feedback going. Wait before we do this. I had a young lady jumped in and she said, "Wait a minute." She said, "So far, all I heard is that men cheat because of what other women do. Manipulate, stroke ego, and it's nice." Hold on.
That's what women cheat. That's why men cheat.
Wait. Listen, I got Larry Johnson really wants to come on the line. I tell you what, Larry, put your email inside of your email inside of the actual link inside of the chat, or your phone number in the chat, and I'll send you an invite so we can pull you on as a guest right quick. I tell you what, hold on a minute. Okay, so listen, wait a minute. Another point. So now there's also the degree of uncontrollable lust. That's another point.
Yeah.
So with uncontrollable lust, tell me, is it true, fellas, that men often cheat because they cannot control their manhood.
I'm gonna let Cam answer that one.
No, I don't think because they can't control their manhood. It goes back to, like, for instance, to go back to my point when I said what I said earlier, and it got a little heated. Now, I remember back in the days where I had a lot of females where I used to go to their house, chill, didn't do anything, because we were friends, and a lot of them would say,
But you say she's just a friend.
Yeah. A lot of them would say stuff like, if you mess with me, we friends. I ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, we ain't gonna mess our friendship up. And I'm like, no. Let's keep it real. That's not. And I slipped a couple of times, and it turned into something else. Now, going back to this, I used to sit there and see these women do things to their boyfriends, and I wasn't even with them.
Did you just say
with other dudes?
A couple times? Did you say? Did you say so? You slipped a couple times?
Well, when I said I slipped a couple times, I went ahead and messed around with them after saying, "Nah, we friends. I ain't gonna do that." But listen, I had women used to buy clothes, right, hide it from their boyfriend, right, or they'll say, "I'm going to a friend's house," and I know they're doing this to their boyfriend now on the phone, right? This ain't one woman. There's a whole bunch of them. Used to be like, "I'm going to my friend's house. I'm spending the night. That we come from the club or whatever." And then they'll put extra clothes in there, whatever, change stuff, and tell me what they were doing. Oh, just like a lot of them used to buy clothes and hide it in their cars. Crazy stuff like that, man. I've seen a lot. A lot of people could talk out there, like a lot of women who's not in that category, who've never been like on the streets, or I can't even say decent women, because everybody got things that they do. But you probably never seen those things or been around those type of women. So therefore, you'll probably say, "Oh, all women ain't like that," whatever. But that's where I've been. So that's what I know, and that's what I've seen.
So are you saying, okay, so let's say this. Let's pull it back to our fellas for a minute. Let's take it back to the guys. Because my women are really hot because they feel like, hey, right about now, you guys are giving us a whole lot of reasons why men cheat, and it's all about women is the reason. So
yeah.
I want to look at this from a standpoint. Go ahead.
Tell them to call in. Dial that number.
I am waiting on some of these ladies to call in. I have not had one call in just yet, but I do want to say this. Let me say this. I want. Also, Larry, if you could go ahead and look at your messenger, you'll see there's a link there to click on, and that messenger link will bring you to our back room, and I'll let you into the studio at that point. So listen, so here's the thing though. Now, I want us to be very clear, understanding that, just to bring some balance to this, I do want to bring some understanding to this. There's a lot of reasons why people cheat. And that's kind of like the thing that I want to say. And I want to say this about men in particular. There's a lot of reasons why men cheat. And I think a lot of times what happens is, ladies, it's easy to look at one man and say that all men cheat for the same reason. And that is, there's a lot of falsehood to that. All men do not cheat for the same reason. Men cheat for different reasons, just like women have different reasons for cheating. You have people who cheat because they have issues, and we're going to take it a little bit deeper because I don't want
finance
on a shallow plane. I want us to look at a lot of different things. Sometimes men cheat for the reason that let's deal with it, uncontrollable lust for a moment. Let me just take you guys on a backdrop of my life for a moment so you guys can kind of know the real about why I'm passionate about this area in particular. I remember being in like 8th grade, 9th grade. I grew up in a home where my home was very tight-knit, so we really couldn't go out and get into a lot of stuff. And I remember actually in 9th grade getting to the point of I stumbled upon some of my brother's pornography that they had in the home. At that point, I had never even seen pornography because I grew up in church. The house we were in was really strict. So I had never seen anything like this. And I remember after that was the first time that I had never been with a female yet, nothing like that. But man, I lost my mind with pornography when I first stumbled across it from my brother's videotapes. So after that happened, when I finally had an intercourse with a female, I lost my mind. So it wasn't a matter of, oh, I was just cheating because I had this lust thing that was something voluntarily. Sometimes it's things that you have experienced as a child or have stumbled across that you did not have full understanding of. And so that kind of transcends into your adulthood. And you feel as if though you find reasons why sex can give you value. So that I want to take it to that point for a moment because it's an ego stroke. When we go to the ego stroke, Larry, I lost you. You jump back out of there for a minute. Let's go to the ego stroke and thought process of the ego stroke for a moment. Once you find out that there's a part of your body that earns you kudos, it earns you reward from the standpoint of praise in any way, we lose it. And we start to use that as our anchor in life because we need validation. So I don't want us to just look at men and say, oh, men are not good. This is why they cheat, because they're not good people. They don't know how to be good people. There are a lot of underlying issues that could be in the background that causes a person to do what they do. Even in emotional cheating, people have found that sex can often make a person feel validated in a lot of different ways. That they're appreciated. It can make them feel like they're wanted. It can make them feel like they're higher notch than what they felt already. When you look at all of those issues, you'll find that low self-esteem, one of the best ways that people work towards low self-esteem to make themselves feel better, number one reason, sex. They'll use their body in order to gain that attention and the things that they want. Wait, I have many ways to go with this, guys. I'm just giving you a piece of this for the moment. Before I pull Larry in, I got a lot of comments jumping on this live right now. Y'all stirring up some fire. I think the men are probably going to have to get bodyguards before they leave. I have Tania, she jumped in and she said lust is a powerful spirit. Let's stay with that and not blame women. Wasn't it? I do believe that lust is an issue, but lust is not always the key factor to why people have sex. As a matter of fact, a lot of times, if the men would be honest, a lot of times that you've had sex with women, it wasn't because you needed, it wasn't because of the lust. It was just to say you did it. Come on, fellas.
Hey,
can y'all vouch for that? A lot of times it was just to say you had another life.
But why is it that the women don't want to take no responsibility for some of the
right. I agree.
Why they can't never take no responsibility?
I agree. I agree.
They can't comment on that.
I agree.
They throw rocks and hide their hands.
We not saying all women cheat and so forth like that, because it goes both ways. Men cheat, women cheat. You know. But I remember a friend of mine, like several friends of mine in the past, told me the reason why they cheat because their wife was getting on them so much about finance and this. Then she held back the cooter, just held it back. And then they ran out and did whatever. I mean, this went on for weeks and weeks, and pressure, not because they wanted to, it's because they felt that they was forced by, like you said, lack of. You see, I also grew up in a home. I didn't want to say, but everybody knows. You know, my dad cheated on my mom, and I always told myself I would never do that as long as I live. You know, and him and I talked, and it wasn't because he wanted to, you know, he didn't want to do that. But it happened like about three times that I can remember, you know. And when I got in that position, I understood I had finally understood where he was, but that only happened to me one time that I cheated on this person. Cheated.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, fellas, I never used to cheat. I never used to cheat on girlfriends and so forth. I was married one time. I mean, I was married. My first marriage, I'll put it that way. My first marriage is what I'm talking about. I'm put it out there. My first marriage, I cheated on her because I was mad because she cheated on me first. Okay, so I ended up being mad and ended up doing that. And that's my character. I felt like the worst person walking the earth after I did that. I felt like everybody, my character was so like my character was just damaged. You know, I didn't like that feeling, man.
Okay.
But not all women cheat, not all men cheat.
No,
I have a good question. I have a good question here. A question here is, why is cheating an option? Why is cheating an option versus communicating when your needs are not met or simply ending a relationship? Well, let me just go ahead and address that. Really, to tell you the truth, I believe that cheating can happen. Like I said, it's so many different reasons why people do what they do. A lot of times, the cheating happens, and it was not necessarily the number one thing that they wanted to do. Leaving that relationship was not what they really wanted to do. So the communication point, Rashad spoke about that earlier. It's a thing. Also, issue with communicating. Yes, absolutely. And I think, truthfully, now let's just take away from that for a minute, because I want to address that. Sometimes what happens, a lot of times what people don't understand, I remember coming from relationships, I was never married before, but coming from relationships where I had multiple women all the time, and then coming into marriage and finding a wife, it was really, let's be real. When you don't have balance and you don't have understanding of what you're doing, you mess up a lot. And so when you get maturity and you step into areas, it changes the way you respond to things. And a lot of times what women, I can't understand older men who still just cheat. I don't understand that for nothing in the world. Young men, I kind of understand, because, it's a lot to process. But older men are still just out cheating. I don't understand for anything in the world. When I really got married and got connected to my wife, cheating was not even a part of my thought process. Before, in relationships where I was just dating women, it was different. But when I got married and had somebody that I actually connected with, cheating was not even an option, because you don't think about anybody else. That. You don't want somebody else. So that's one of those areas where you really have to, it really does gauge just so many different directions. And that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight, because so many people just place it on men and say, oh, men just, that's what men do. But truthfully, it's a lot of things. And ladies, I want you guys to really listen to some of these guys, because what's happening is you're getting a backstage pass to really hear what men talk about, why men do what they do. And you'll get a chance to kind of see and process and look for the type of man you really want, versus the signs that you can kind of get off of this podcast tonight. So right quick, I'm bringing in Brother Larry right quick. Larry, you're coming in right now, my brother. Here we go. Larry,
what's going on? What's happening? All right, how y'all doing?
Good. All right.
Good. Holla at me, man. Talk to me. What you got for us?
Well, what y'all were talking about, I'm going to share something with y'all. Now, Thomas, you already know how me and you talk in the barbershop.
Right.
And a situation happened that, my wife and I are on the verge of splitting up. My wife accused me of cheating throughout the years, accused me of giving her an STD and everything. When I went to go get a checkup, I was negative and she was positive.
Wow.
Then on top of that, she hid money, took money from our joint account.
Wow.
And a whole lot of things, and went and bought some investment property behind my back, and I knew nothing about it.
Wow.
She accused me of doing all kind of wrong things. I'm talking about every day, brother, every single day, even up until just last night, because she know I'm in the process of moving out. She know I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
So she came to me last night and was like, well, we can work it out. No, it ain't no working out, because now all of a sudden I ran across somebody who's not as attractive, but she's okay to be seen with.
Right.
Average Joe Blow chick, average Joe Blow lady. And she really, and I don't know if she's stroking my ego or whatever, but she called me one day and was like, hey, I went to the store and I bought you some some little knickknacks and odds and ends for when you come over. And I'm like, wow, my wife don't even buy me stuff like that. My wife never bought me nothing like that. Wow. Just like women want certain things, men want certain things too. And I'm gonna say another thing that Pastor Thomas Wells said, and it hit me so hard a long time ago. A lot of women think that they're listening to God, especially when it's dealing with a marriage situation. Like, for instance, Pastor Wells, you told me one day, and it really hit me about my marriage, where in the Garden of Eden, where God was talking to Adam quite a bit, and that was a level of jealousy. Now we're gonna talk about who started the cheating first, because in actual reality, if you really want to call a spade, it was really the woman who started the cheating, but the man was held accountable.
Right.
For his act. So with that being said, brothers, there are many different reasons why men cheat. There are many different reasons why women cheat. But at the end of the day, you really want to pay attention to the devil's gateway, 9 times out of 10, it's the woman. But why are we as men held accountable for their action? Because if we go do it, it's a bad scene. Like lately, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. I mean, we all men right here. I've been coming home late, bro. I ain't even caring no more because I'm about to move.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even want to come. Yeah.
Right.
Been there, man.
So basically, what you're saying is, at this point, even though you're doing this while you're married, you feel like, look, cheating was not what I wanted to do. It wasn't the option that I wanted to do, but
it was not.
But because because I've been disrespected in the home, now this it makes me feel some type of way, and now I feel like I need to go where I'm appreciated, basically.
Exactly.
Take your heart away from the situation. I feel what you're saying there. And see, here's the thing. And I'm just gonna, first of all, let me just give a big shout out to my wife right quick, because last night my wife walked in and she gave me a card, and the card was funny because she had all these jokes over the card, just saying little sweet things over the card. And when I opened the card up, she said, and here's a little bit of pocket money. And she had like some $100 bills and something up inside the card. And she was like, here's some pocket money. Like, not that I need some money, but it's just because she just wanted to do something sweet. And I believe that talking about relationships, and like when it comes like me and my wife, we do that often in our house. You know what I'm saying? In my house, my wife can get a random gift at any given time, because it's not about holidays and Valentine's days. It's really about, it's a matter of, I appreciate you, and I just want to show you that I appreciate you. I believe that my wife pushed that on me strongly, because it was one of those things that I never really expect anything that, when she gave me things, anytime she gave me something, I felt like, man, you didn't have to get me nothing. Even on birthdays, I'm like, don't buy me nothing. I'm good.
Right.
But she wanted to make sure because I never felt that before, I didn't expect it, and I didn't require it. So for her, she wanted to make it common and be a norm that I felt like she feels when I give her stuff. So for me, I think it's a work. It's a work. Now, this is just talk inside of marriage. Outside of marriage, it's even if you're just dating, I think you should be trying to learn who one another are before you get married, because it's really a struggle to learn behind the hindsight, so to speak. Like, once you're married and you don't really know who you've married, it could be a real struggle. Hold on a second, guys. I want to read some stuff. Hold on, let me read some stuff what these ladies are saying over here, because these ladies have gotten hot up in here. You hear me? Y'all started some trouble. I don't know why y'all started trouble. Let's see. Get it right. Is self-control ever a thing? Well, it depends on what you call self-control.
Control, right?
Understand
right.
something. Just because a man cheats doesn't mean he's lost control of anything.
Right.
It doesn't mean that his lust is taken over. He has
Exactly.
full control over what he's doing. Some when men cheat, some men look. Well, let's say it this way because I want to make sure we're clear. In some situations, you can get caught in a tight situation, and emotions and things can rise if you're not careful and you do something you should not have done. Now, there are other situations. Every time a man cheats isn't that situation. Sometimes he's already figured out that this is what he wants to do. So he has self-control totally. Well, he does what he wants to do. At the end of the day, if it's not working for him with the person he's with, I think the big thing is letting that person know it ain't working. How about that? Can we just say that?
Yeah.
Just let the person know it's not working. Period.
Right.
It's just not working. And that doesn't necessarily have to be about sex, so to speak. It could be, look, our attitudes don't work together. The way you treat me is wrong. You hang out with friends more than me, all of that type of stuff. And you can just let a person know, look, it's not working. Well, I think we should go our separate ways. I'm not talking about just like dead in a marriage like that, but I'm just saying in regular a relationship just outside of marriage. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, it's better to just tell a person the truth instead of have them hang on. What we got here? Tonight's topic, the blame game. Oh my God, guys.
No blaming. We're not blaming women.
I want to be fair here.
No.
I think I'm really trying to keep some balance here so that we're not just blame us here. Hold on, somebody else jumps in. Lorenzo Washington said, emotionally injured people make bad decisions. You're correct. You're correct.
Yep.
And that's what I was saying. A lot of stuff stems from people's backgrounds. They learn how to deal with conflict by conflict. I think I said that to somebody the other day. I said people find, I think I said peace in conflict. Like there's some people who have so many things in the background of what's happened to them through life to where the only way to find peace is to add conflict to conflict. So you cheat on me, I cheat on you. And we still stand together. That kind of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? We're really
toxic. Yeah.
Yes. And so these are some of the things that happens. Let me read some more people's comments here. I don't want to leave them out, Rashad, and I'm gonna jump right to you. Don't forget. Let me just read some more. It says, oh no, oh Lord, no. Somebody said I'm single, sir. Oh no, not Gavin Shaft. I don't know which one of y'all that is. Let me just see right quick. What we need is a relationship, is understanding, nothing else. And you know what the truth is in relationship? I've heard that a lot. We need an understanding. I think the biggest understanding that people really need in relationships is to really give yourself fully to the person that you're with. Like, give yourself to somebody totally. You don't think about like thinking about other people is not something that happens. You really have so much invested in what you have in the home that you know you dare not risk in any way, shape, or form fooling around anywhere. Like your mind is really locked in to what you're doing, and when you become one with a person, man, it's really, man, listen, that's the last thing on your mind is trying to find somebody else to just sleep with. It's not even working. Right. How much you give away just sleeping with somebody, total stranger, you know. Just to say, here go Gabby says, just to stay on topic, the thing we spoke on last night. Oh, wait, this sounds like Shaft might be speaking there.
That's Shaft, yeah.
Last night, we as men think in our mind in our mind began to manifest. Oh, okay, yeah. Absolutely. What's in your mind manifests. Absolutely. Let me see. Oh man, y'all, they're lighting us up with these comments. Rashad, go ahead, my brother. I'll jump back to the comments in a moment.
what I want to say is that everybody on the panel, who dropping comments, had to learn how to communicate with people. Most of us failed at our first relationships. It's very few people on here with somebody they met in high school and still with them, because we was all terrible at doing it. So the lack of communication, the lack of appreciative, a lot of this stuff you have to learn, and a lot of this stuff is the reason why people go out and cheat and do a lot of the things that they do. But it's a learning process. It's nobody jumped into it, so they can put all the comments they want about how perfect they are and all of that. And I know, you know what I'm saying? And it's not their first relationship. So if anybody dropped a comment their first relationship and they've been with them all the time, well, I think kudos, hats off to them. But most of us have been in multiple relationships, and some of us still ain't got it right. You know?
Right. And Rashad, you made a good point, because some people who may be making comments right now trying to fight against their own demons of what they are doing and not doing right now at this moment. Trust me when I say that. Trust me. Now, the gentleman right there, the barber, he made a statement earlier where he said that the other ladies doing little things, whatever. You know, a lot of us, we don't look for certain things. We just jump in a relationship because we look at the body, this, that, whatever. My wife and I may not be perfect, but one thing I must say about my wife, she protects me. She does little things. Sometimes I get like, why is she doing that? But I know she loves me because she protects me. Certain little things she catches that I don't catch. I might not see it right then, but after I see it. So these are things you got to look for, you know, when you get into a relationship. But all women is not cheaters or bad. All men is not bad. You know, it's character and like I said, upbringing. You know.
Yeah, hold on a second. I got a caller right quick. Let me see what the caller says right quick.
All right.
Hey, who's on the line? Hello, caller, you're on the line.
What's up? What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up with you, Chad?
What's up? What's up, Chad?
Yeah, what's up, man?
You got a statement?
Yeah. I'm shooting at Maryland them.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm shooting at all the ladies.
Okay. We're listening.
Based off the conversation, and I'm saying this on all the lines of the women saying that we need to stay on topic, and they saying that we playing the blame game. So just to stay on topic, last night we were discussing about the things that be in our minds begin to manifest because it's already manifested in the spiritual aspect, so then it started to manifest in the physical. And then if we have like lustful desires in our hearts and in our minds, and we lust upon other women, eventually that's going to be something that's going to manifest. You know what I'm saying? As far as causing us or allowing us to cheat and stuff like that. So I'm just like keeping it on topic on why we men cheat, and it's just encouragement for the brothers that we that's why God guarded in our minds, you know what I'm saying? And keeping our minds in the word, and also in tune with our wives, so that we won't leave space for the devil or leave space for anything else to enter into our mind, so that we could go imitate other women, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. Let me just say this. When we look at, I just want us to kind of look at this for a moment from a spiritual standpoint. And you know, it's true. When we look at the spiritual point of it all, and it talks about the only reason why one would have a divorce was for the sake of fornication or adultery. When we talk about adultery, we have to look at what this really is, what the picture really is. Let's look at this for a moment. If you look at in scripture for a moment, and I'm a pastor, so I have to go to the Bible, man, at some point here. We have fun, there's a lot of laughs and we talk. But a covenants between God was often blood covenants. Blood covenants often happen in order to make that promise true, to say it's true, to make it official that it took blood. We saw that with the sacrifices. We saw that when it came to Christ. Now, let's look at the reason. Let's look at what's really going on here. Let's talk about marriage. Before marriage, sex before marriage often gives us covenants with people and spiritual covenants that was not what you really wanted. You only did it because she was fine. You did it because you couldn't handle your manhood. You did it because, hey, I was taught that this is what men do. Let's be real. So those covenants that we have made with people while we were young, what was the blood covenant really about? When you look at man and woman, when a man and a woman are both virgins and they have sex for the first time, there's bloodshed. That blood is a covenant between the man and that female in that moment that says you are their wife and husband. You are one. That's what that's supposed to say. Now, because we perverted the true purpose of what sex was for multiplying. Sex was also for pleasure with husband and wife. But because we perverted it, we've taken it now throughout our life. We've enjoyed this thing that God gave us called sex. Now that we become older and then we get married, now we have a lot. We talk about this mental thing, this emotional mental health. That mental health also goes in this area. When we talk about how now, after you've gotten married or you've gotten in that serious relationship, now you have all of these memories and all of these experiences and all of these expectations that you place on somebody in a marriage or that final commitment, and nobody can live up to all the experiences that you've had while you were out there in the world. So now it leads us to do things to fulfill the experiences, to fulfill the whether it was hurt experiences, pleasure experiences, no matter what it was, it really does lead to now when we make the final commitment in marriage to the person that we want to be with, there's no real blood covenant being made because both of you have already given away the sacred part of your life to somebody in your younger days. So now we go to a point to where, wow, how do I balance out the pleasure that I had that my wife can't fulfill, my mate can't fulfill? How do I balance out the hurt that happened and the people that cheated on me in the past? How do I balance all of this out? So we don't know how to do it. So when we have a conflict in our marriage, now the only thing we can do is think of how we can make ourselves feel better. And most times it will be by going out and finding somebody else's shoulder to cry on. That becomes a conflict inside of our older days in our adulthood. So now looking at that, and after saying that, I have to say for men, men are able to have a relationship that they don't cheat in. It might take some time for them to come to maturity. It might take some time for them to unravel all of the stuff that they were taught as kids that men should do. Men should have a lot of women. Men should do this and that. It might take some time for them to get to a certain point. But let's not forget that if women can say that you are on this feed and you are not cheating, then it's possible for men to also see how I threw that in, guys. Y'all saw how I did that?
Yeah, smooth.
Wait a minute. It's also possible for men, and we have to give that credit that it's possible for men to also be able to come to a point of maturity and say, look, no matter what it is I went through, no matter what, cheating is not the option in this marriage. My brother Larry, even as you leave the marriage that you're in, and I'm praying that, if it is the end, that God will give you somebody that will cherish you the way that you should be cherished.
Yeah, right.
And truthfully, and I say that when you do get the new wife that you get, that wife be God sent and that she's a godly woman. And I pray that you all walk together and find that that soul tie together that makes you all so committed to one another, and you become one another to where you become one with each other, and you really
That's
drop
right.
the guard. I think the biggest thing that happened in my marriage for me that made my marriage as sweet as it is, my wife always preached to me about dropping my guard, because I was very, I loved her, but I was very shut off. I did not want to expose my total self or give my total self, because I always felt like there was a possibility that someone could hurt you. You know what I mean? When you do. But thank God, I found a situation. God gave me a wife, and I found a situation that actually was good for me, to where now, when I finally dropped that guard, I was able to love, and I was able to receive love. And that in itself made us become one, to where you have no need outside. There's no lack. You have no need outside of your home. I think that I pray that over your life, brother, that God will also give you the same thing. And for other fellas that are watching this, because we are able, fellas, to do just that. Before we go, give a real quick response to my two guys on the line. Cameron, if you want to say like a few things right quick before we get out, make it really quick, because we're coming close to our timeline.
Yeah, just put God first, you know, and just don't let no distraction be around you as much as you can. Just pray before you get up in the morning. Just pray all day. Just seek God, man, and I think everything will work out.
All right, Rashad.
Okay, my two pieces is this: for the men and women, stop running and telling people what's going on in your house.
Right.
If you stop doing that, then people stop telling you what you want to hear, and then once they get what they want out you, they don't want you no more. Then you feel dogs, and they want no good and this and that. But if you start running your mouth, they won't know what you're lacking.
Right.
So they're gonna portray and give you they're gonna paint the picture that you want to see, because you done told them what's missing in your life.
Right. Game recognized game.
Yes,
Look,
oh yeah.
Y'all
If y'all don't mind,
y'all gonna get
if y'all don't mind, I like to. If y'all don't mind, I like to close out myself.
Go ahead, my brother.
Walk slow and drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, man. You know?
Absolutely right, bro. Absolutely right, man. Listen, guys, before we go, let me just pop this up right quick.
Hey, it's Thomas Ware here. Go pick up your copy of Reinvention of the Black Man, Declaration of Dependence. It's available on Amazon and Walmart, so get your copy today.
All right, guys. Look, we're about to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
This was a real fun time. And man, look, man, I can't wait till next week when we come back on.
Woo! I can't wait to hear what the topic gonna be.
Hey, man, I gotta back on next week, man. I'm gonna give the ladies some links next week. We're gonna bring some faces on the screen for us, and let's see something with us. Man, I tell you, it's just amazing, guys. It's so much to talk about. But fellas, I tell you, man, you know, we often as guys sit around and we talk, and we say to each other, man, only if women could really hear what we really talk about and what our thoughts and feelings really are like. And I think that the more we do this, it gives women the opportunity to see it's not just a blame game going on. Really, it's not. What's really happening is that if you really take a moment and hear us and hear our heart, you hear the underlying things that manifest. It'll manifest that we go through and that we feel. And the reason why people do the things that they do. Man, it's just been amazing. Thanks so much for everybody that jumped on. Roosevelt, how you doing? Angela, Lynette, guys, thanks so much. May, God bless you all. God keep you all until the next time.
All right.
Again, I want y'all to know that he